I spent 30 minutes learning this dance, and I have to include this dance in this actual video because it took me a long ass time to do it. So
I had a dream, I was to succeed. That's when you was hating on me. But when I get bad, then you get more mad, and then you start envying me.
what's going on, y'all? So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you behind the scenes of what it looks like when I'm making TikToks. I've actually had this question asked, of me multiple times, but people first started asking this to me months ago when I didn't have time for YouTube. I was busy with work, blah blah blah, other things. So today we're gonna we're gonna show you how I make my TikToks, what my mindset is like when I make these things, and what my intention is when I'm posting content on TikTok. So let's get into it. So first things first, you want to set the mood. Normally I'll get my room clean. I hate having a messy room, so we got everything clean, organized. Got the You Already Won right there, just for motivation. That's also the name of this little Amazon best-selling book, but I couldn't have got there without you all's help, so thank you for that. But yeah, set the mood. I keep like a little book bag with things that I need. Shout out to West Alabama, that's my school. I'll keep like an extra pair of scrubs right here. I got a few different color scrubs too, in case I want to change outfits, because I might crank out like 4 or 5 really good or high quality TikTok videos in one day and post them throughout the week. That's what I would do when I was that was my strategy when I was like working. I wouldn't have time Monday through Friday to like make the video, so at a minimum I'd like to like at least make the dancing video on a Sunday or a Saturday, and then throughout the week I will go through my messages and see what kind of questions people asked of me. Is it ADHD, schizophrenia, bipolar, whatever the case may be, and then I would use the questions that were asked of me to produce the content. So I actually never really struggled to find content to post about, but I do have, like, how writers have writer's block. I'll have moments where I just don't feel creative, and then I get stuck. But then the actual content of what to put out, it's not that difficult, because you have to think about the end consumer. They want to know about mental health. They want the questions asked, so I just go through my messages, and now it's kind of a lot, so it's kind of hard to even organize them, and I get easily sidetracked. But yeah, I'll go through the content, I'll go through the questions afterwards, and then I'll put the the captions on the actual content. So once I'm in TikTok mode, nothing is gonna shake me today. Unless my mom calls or my real estate agent, because I still haven't found a place in California yet, and today's December the 27th. So I don't know why I can't find a place in California. It's a house to rent, but that's besides the point. But I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna record for maybe an hour or two. Figure out which dance I want to do, and then we'll go from there. And today, I'm rocking the Figs, scrub pants, and I got the Lakers, championship gear on. That's my team. Even before I made a move to, to go to Los Angeles, the Lakers have been my team because I'm a LeBron fan. Let me bring a little bit of light in, so that way the melanin is popping. Okay, cool. So, the outfits that I dress in, it depends, it varies. But right now I'm feeling the black on black with the Fig scrub pants and the Lakers top. And also, depending on the video, if I want more of a professional look, I'll just throw the actual scrub pants on. Now I have black on black, and I have the blue scrubs right there. So I'm able to switch it up. Maybe change the color of the my scrubs, and then switch up the content. And in terms of the trends on TikTok that I go for the ones, I try to catch a trend when it's coming up early. But sometimes trends that have been in for a while are great to use, because there's a lot of videos with it, a lot of sounds. So that means that people will discover your content if you use the video and the sound correctly. And for me, when I'm dancing on TikTok, at first I did struggle because I kept trying to be too perfect, and I realized, I'm not even a dancer. I'm not a formally trained dancer. The point of me being on the app is not to dance the best. You know, there's a lot of dances like I can think of, like Jean Victor Storm, or I mean, of course, Charlie. Who else comes to mind? I mean, there's some guys and girls in that app that can really move it. Ajani, my guy Ajani, who I met at the TikTok event in February. I mean, there's some guys and girls who can really move on the app, but I'm not one of them. So I just try and keep it simple, like the Corvette, you know, Corvette, you know, little dance, do that, little dice roll. And then just put the little captions on there, because people are not following me for the dances. They're following me for the captions and the information that I provide. So once I realized that I didn't have to be Michael Jackson, it got a lot easier for me. Another thing which is important too, I think, you know, your outfit is important. And, you know, TikTok sends, you know, different creators, they send you some types of, you know, they send you gear, and obviously they want you to rock it in the video. So depending on what type of content I have out, I might pull out the TikTok bucket hat. I might pull that out if I feel like it's gonna work. And people have been saying that I look, you know, kind of good with the bucket hat. I didn't even know that, you know, bucket hats were a thing. Or I might go with the TikTok hoodie, or this TikTok hoodie. You got the black and white. And for me, I like the fact that I have different color hoodies, because that way, if I'm doing a skit on TikTok, you know, if I'm doing a skit, I can do a role play. We can have one person talking to another person, and you know, you can quickly switch up the outfits. And then I haven't worn this one in a while, but this is the TikTok creator for you one. So, you know, having different outfits is cool, because depending on the thing that I want to pull off, like I said, you can quickly switch from character to character. And the skits on TikTok, I've actually done a couple of skits, but I never thought of myself, believe it or not, I never thought of myself as a creative type of guy. And that's now changing, because this is what I'm gonna be doing for a career. So like I said, I never thought of myself as a creative, you know, guy, but I do want to do more skits. I do want to do more, you know, documentary type stuff, more, you know, more film kind of stuff. I don't even know what I'm saying, but you all get the point. I just want to, you know, express my creativity in different ways. So now I'm pretty much towards the end of TikTok recording, an hour and a half later. It wasn't too bad. I got a couple of videos recorded, and I got one skit, yeah, like a mini skit done. And then I spent 30 minutes learning this dance, and I have to include this dance in this actual video, because it took me a long ass time to do it. So I'll just do a quick one for YouTube, so that way y'all can see what goes behind the scenes when I'm trying to learn this stuff. Now that dance is done, it's just a matter of figuring out what caption to put on it, what topic I should talk about, and reading through my recent messages. And by the way, to sign up to be a part of my texting community, you simply go to www.textkojo.com and you drop your number in there. I'll shoot you a text back. I can't answer any medical questions, obviously, for legal purposes, but it's a good way for you to keep up with my content on TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, all those different websites. And a lot of times when people ask me questions, you know, if I can't answer it, like, you know, straight up, I'll just put it in the back of my head, like, oh, how does marijuana affect my mental health? In fact, that might be the caption on that video, the little dancing video. So I could just talk about how marijuana affects people's mental health, and obviously in some states it's legal. That's a whole different conversation. But, you know, there is some risk to using, you know, marijuana, and especially like in a state like Virginia, or, you know, the states where it's not legal. I sometimes ask my patients, like I'll ask my patients, hey, do you get your weed from the same person? And they get confused, like, oh, what kind of question is that? Like, are you the feds? And, you know, and I'm like, no. I ask because a lot of times, sometimes people lace the weed, depending on who you get it from, it can be laced with other things. And you know, simple marijuana, as we know it, is not harmless. You know, now that I'm talking about it, that's probably going to be what that TikTok video is about. So that's how I come up with my content. It's not complicated at all. And it's actually fun to do, you know, because like I said, when you're working in mental health, you know, you have to, like, you can't always, no, like I can't be on camera dancing like with a sad face, like, oh, mental health awareness, no, people don't want to see that. People want to see you, you know, with joy. People want to see you with energy. They want to see the vibrant part of you. So I want to get on camera, I want to dance, and I want to put out informative, you know, pieces of content for people, make people laugh. Like, people will come for the dance, right? They'll come to see me do the dance or whatever, or the whoa, and then after a while they'll be like, dang, he's a bad dancer. And right before they leave, they're like, oh, well, he is putting out some pretty interesting content, and then they'll stay, and that's how I suck them in, and then, you know, they become a follower, and then they ask questions, and then I can answer those. So that's how I do what I do. And the funny thing is that as I've been putting out more content, I've actually become a better dancer. Like, ask the OGs. You need to ask the, you know, the moderators on my TikTok live, like the people who've been following me since I had, you know, 4,000 followers. Like, they've seen my dancing step up, you know. So nobody's gonna confuse me with Chris Brown, but you better believe over the span of this year, my dancing has improved thanks to TikTok. So we're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna keep, you know, finding different ways to put out essentially the same thing. Like, my content will not change in 2021. It's not gonna change at all. The type of content and how it's put out will change, but the same information, you know, is gonna be what it is. Mental health awareness and videos and dancing and laughing and stuff like that. So I'm excited, you know. No telling where we can take this in 2021, so yeah. And also, another thing, everybody's been talking about the, you know, the little raps that I put out, and I actually just wrote another one. People were talking about recovery and addiction, and they're like, "Oh, write one for people who are, you know, recovering on their journey of, you know, of being sober." So I was like, all right. So literally, it took me, you know, now I'm not no top tier rapper, but it took me like 5-10 minutes, and I wrote one, you know. And I just take my hand, I just tap. So it was like, how's this one go? I heard you were sober, and I'm so proud of you. You know, so I can't drop the whole rap here, because you have to actually go to my Instagram or go to my TikTok and get that exclusive content. But yeah, I was about to retire the rap trend because I thought people were tired of it. But people were like, hey, make me another rap. So before you know it, you might catch me in somebody's studio. You know, and now we have video, you know, proof of me saying this on December the 27th. So we'll see. Maybe next year you might catch me in your favorite rapper's studio putting together like a little song or something like that. That's it for today's video. I'm trying to put on Hulu because it's almost time for the NFL. My Titans play tonight at 8 o'clock. We play the Packers. It's going to be a huge game because the Packers are fighting for that #1 seed in the NFC, and my Titans are fighting for the AFC South crown. So it's going to be a huge game. But I'll go ahead and give my prediction right now. I'll go ahead and say that the Titans will win. I'll say 41-38. This is going to be an all-time classic game. Aaron Rodgers is going to keep his team in the game, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a Ryan Tannehill touchdown to A.J. Brown in the last minute, which will win us the game. That's my prediction. Hopefully, I'm right. But at the end of the day, I just want Titans W. So yeah, until next time, y'all take care, and I appreciate y'all for watching my content.